G'day guys, welcome back to the Rugby League Guru podcast. We've got round 17 team lists that have just dropped. Just did some quick maths in my head. It is round 17, obviously coming off round 16, the major bye round in Supercoach. Got a few teams on the bye this weekend, but we have still got 7 games coming your way, and the team lists have just dropped this afternoon. So we're going to jump in and give our live reaction to those. Kathmandu, you are going to steer the ship through the round 17 C. Where do we start?
Oh, that was good.
Good, right?
You. Yeah.
Not bad from the kid.
Made it so much more exciting than it already was.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, to steer the ship, it's Friday. The Bulldogs take on the Sharks. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, only the late game on Friday, so no early games, only the late game, 8 p.m. So we've got the Dogs. Blake Taaffe comes in at fullback. Obviously, Connor Tracy got knocked out last week. Bronson Xerri also comes back into the side. Worth noting, Jacob Preston and Stephen Crichton are on the extended bench. Not sure whether Jacob Preston plays, but I'd be shocked if Stephen Crichton doesn't back up, to be honest with you. Big game here for the Bulldogs. I know it's a big ask, but I think the guy's just an out-and-out leader, and I think he'll be there. For the Sharkies, no changes here, nothing to really note outside of Teague Wilton is on the extended bench. If he is fit and available, he will come in to replace Sifa Talakai, and Sifa will move to the bench. Super Saturday, Kathmandu, what do we got?
Super Saturday starts over in Auckland at 3 p.m. The Waz take on Brizzy.
Oh, big game for the Warriors here. They've got DWZ who returns on the wing. They've got Tamare Martin who starts in jersey 7. Sean Johnson out for at least 4 weeks. That Achilles injury, not good for a player like SJ at the age he's at. CHT will jump into the 5'8 role. Mitchie Barnett, he will return on the edge from State of Origin duties. The bench at the moment reads Lussick, Dill Walker, Jazz Tavunga and Kurt Capel, who will also return from Origin duties for the Brisbane Broncos. Now, the Brisbane Broncos, this is a pretty scat team list, so I thought I'd just read through it with you and go through it instead of writing everything down, because that would have taken me a week and a half that I don't have. For the Broncos, Tristan Saylor at fullback. Jesse Arthurs, his first game back in a while, jumps on the sting with Dean Mariner on the other side. Staggs and Cobbo in the centre. It's interesting to see Cobbo named there after getting left out of the Queensland side. Ezra Mam at 5'8". Jock Madden wears jersey 7. Jensen and Xavier Willison in the front row. Billy Walters at 9. The edges, Pierre Cura and Jack Goz. Kobe Hetherington wears jersey 13. The bench, Smoothie, Baker, Karapani, an interesting little selection there, and Marty Tapau. Now, on the extended, you got Josh Rogers, obviously, but then you've got Blake Moser, Reece Walsh, Payne Haas, Pat Carrigan, and Corey Oates there as well. So we'll keep an eye on Reece Walsh, Payne Haas, and Pat Carrigan, whether those guys play or not. For me, if it was in Brisbane, I think I'd play them, but big ask going from State of Origin in Melbourne on Wednesday night to going to Auckland on Saturday. It seems like a lot for me. I think I'd be letting the boys rest, but we'll see what Coach Kevy Walters does there. 5:30, what do we got, Mandu?
All right, this one is up in Newey at 5:30 p.m. The Knights are hosting the Parramatta Eels.
The 2001 Grand Final replay for the Newcastle Knights. Sharp in the fullback jersey as we expected. Probably the worst kept secret over the last 24 hours is Will Pryce will make his NRL debut at 5'8". I've still got question marks around his defence, but there's no doubting his attacking ability. He's got some very high upside. So we want to wish Will Pryce all the very best. Must watch his debut. Very, very keen to see how he goes. Phoenix Crossland remains in jersey 9, and Kai Pearce-Paul makes his debut. He is coming off the bench, though, in this game. For the Parramatta Eels, we've heard the news that Jermaine Hopgood may have to have some surgery on his back, so we want to wish friend of the show, Jermaine, all the very best. Joe Afengawi remains in jersey 13. Sean Lane on the edge, and this makes me so happy. Arthur makes his debut coming off the bench. I've been saying for a while I would have had him in the 14 for quite some time. Played a really good game for the New South Wales under-19s the other day, and I think he showed the Parramatta Eels what he's made of, and he gets an opportunity now. So congratulations to Matty Arthur. Been a tough little trot in the Arthur house over the last few weeks, but it's been a good week over the last few days. Late game, what do we got, Kat?
All right, late game. And I was also just going to add to the Will Pricing. We talked about him a lot in preseason, so I think
he lit it up in the preseason.
He lit it up, so it'll be really exciting to see him play. I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, this one is 7:35 I was going to say AM, but
not
it's at
AM.
Amy Stadium.
Fake news. It is not AM. I can confirm.
Yeah, don't get that one confused. And it's Storm hosting Raiders for this one.
This one's from Amy Park for the Melbourne Storm. Xavier Coates has been named on the sting. Jack Howarth North remains in the centres. I thought he was tremendous last week. I'd be holding on to him. Should be noted, Remus Smith in the extended squad. Also, Suat Farlongo drops from the bench to the extended squad. So one to keep an eye on there, and a bit of a kick in the dick for Supercoach players out there. Not ideal. Not my problem, though. Sounds like a Tim Williams problem. For the Durs, Albert Hopewate on the sting, replacing Kotrick. Jordan Martin, I believe it's his debut, Jordan Martin. I could be wrong on that. He's obviously the older brother of Noah Martin, who I tipped to get man of the match in the under-19s the other day. Had a really good game. The Martin boys, you remember how I said to you the other night, Kat, at the CBA Bowl, my God, that guy looks like Noah Martin. It was Jordan Martin.
I see, and it is his debut.
It is his debut. Great to see. He walked past us with a child, maybe his child. I don't know. Maybe he found a child. We'll never know. You can probably guess. No Corey Horsburgh named yet either. I think the Raiders, I know that Kempy and Timmy are very keen for Corey Horsburgh to come back into this side. I know he played New South Wales Cup about 2 weeks ago, Tim said. I haven't really seen much of him since, so not sure what's going on there. Sunday afternoon, where are we starting, Kathmandu?
Well, this one is at Net Strata. It's 2 p.m. Lovely time on Sunday to sit back, watch the footy, and it'll be the Dragons versus Dolphins.
Oh, 3 games on Sunday. How good. Bad day to be my coffee table. Is going to be feet all over it. Let's have a look at the Dragons. Jack Bird on the extended bench. Outside of that, not much to talk about. Lomax, Jaden Sewer and Benny Hunt have all been named, so we'll wait and see. I'd be surprised if those guys don't feature. For the Finn, Hamiso named at fullback. Tessie New jumps on the wing. Jack Bostock obviously knocked out the other night. Want to wish Jack all the very best. And Felice Kafusi named on the bench as well. And Tavita Pango Jr. plays his second game for the Finn. Cat 405. What game we got?
This one, a great game. This is Panthers versus Cowboys, 4:05 out at Bluebet Stadium.
For the Penny Panthers, Jack Cole returns at 5'8". Dane Laurie in jersey 14. The Origin boys, they've all been named. We'll have to wait and see if they all back up or not. I thought we were a sniff to maybe get a Nathan Cleary on the bench. We haven't in this one. So plenty of guys on the bench there. Nathan Cleary, not one of them. So keep an eye on those Origin boys, whether they play or not. We'll have to see. The Cowboys, good God. Okay, the Cowboys, they have named Purdue in the centres. They've got Braden Burns on the sting, Jake Clifford at 5'8", Harrison Edwards in jersey 9, Finay Fuiaki, he starts, Sam McIntyre in jersey 13. But they've also got on their extended bench Val Holmes, Murray Tuolangi, Tommy Dearden, Reece Robson, Ruben Cotter. So a lot of changes could happen there. I do think it is interesting that Tom Chester, he's in jersey 14. So it looks like Braden Burns and Jackson Purdue have actually jumped him as far as a spot in that side. So that's one situation to watch. I will say this. The one Origin player that isn't named is Jeremiah Nanai, which is very interesting. The youngest of them all, you would think backing up from Origin, he wouldn't have too many troubles with, especially when they're naming Ruben Cotter and Reece Robson. So I wonder if he's maybe carrying an injury. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm reading into that too much, but I do find it strange that all the other guys have been named and he hasn't. An interesting one there. Last game of the week, Kathmandu, what do we got?
The game of all games, Roosters versus Tigers. I don't know. I stumbled on my words there. Roosters versus Tigers, 6:15 p.m. Talk to us.
Talk to us. I didn't put where it was. I think it's at Allianz.
It's not.
It's like Campbelltown, I think. No, it's at Allianz.
It's Roosters. Roosters don't play
I had
out
this
there.
game. I had this conversation with Hammy last night. So the Roosters, for them, Satili Tupanua named in the centres. I don't know about this. I think you're full of shit, Robbo. I think you'll see the debut of Ethan King, who's been named on the extended bench, been doing really good things over the last few weeks in reserve grade. I could be wrong. I've been wrong plenty of times before, as you guys know, but I'm imagining we'll see an Ethan King debut instead of Satili Tupanua there, but we'll see. Connor Watson in jersey 13. May starts in the front row. Their Origin boys have been named, so we'll see how that all plays out. For the Tigers, Clemmer on the bench, and it's worth noting that Johnny Bateman and Justin Olam have been named on the extended bench as well there. Our boy Ruben Porter holds on to a starting spot for another week. Origin week, guys. Obviously, State of Origin tomorrow night, so we'll see who comes out of that, what injuries, suspensions, all that sort of stuff that comes out of it. Obviously, there'll be players trying to back up, limited minutes and everything, so just keep an eye on your team list throughout the weekend, especially when it comes to Supercoach and all your bets and whatnot. There's going to be a lot to take in, as there always is post-Origin, but they are your round 17 team list. Thanks for joining us once again. We'll have the catch-up where myself and Kat take a deep dive into a couple of Origin questions heading into tomorrow night, so make sure you're there at
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
And if you're watching team lists after 7 p.m., it'll probably come up as a recommended video like now.
So it could be in the future or it could be in the past.
Yeah.
Depending on when you're tuning in.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot to take in. That's time traveler stuff.
You totally overcomplicated that.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
See you there. Catch up 7 p.m. Bye.